Emotions are an integral part of the human experience, coloring our perceptions, influencing our decisions, and shaping our lives. However, there are moments in life when mastering our emotions becomes essential. This quest for emotional mastery has been a subject of deep exploration for centuries, and one of the most remarkable voices to guide us on this path is the legendary swordsman and philosopher, Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi, widely regarded as one of the greatest swordsmen in Japanese history, was not only a master of martial arts, but also a profound thinker. His insights on life, combat, and the human psyche have transcended time, offering valuable lessons for those seeking emotional equanimity. In this video, we will delve into Musashi's teachings and explore the 15 rules he has laid out for achieving emotional detachment. Rule number 1. Distract yourself. In the pursuit of emotional mastery, Musashi's first rule advises us to distract ourselves. But what does this mean, and how can it help us become emotionless? To distract oneself means to redirect our thoughts and focus away from the emotions that are overwhelming us. Musashi understood that emotions often stem from an obsessive fixation on specific thoughts or experiences. To break free from their grasp, he suggests finding activities or interests that engage the mind and redirect your attention. The key here is to engage in tasks that demand your full concentration. This may include practicing a skill, taking up a hobby, or even immersing yourself in a good book. By doing so, you can break the cycle of rumination and give your emotions a chance to subside. Musashi recognized that this rule may not make you completely emotionless, but it's a valuable strategy to regain control over your feelings. By focusing on external activities, you can create a temporary emotional buffer, allowing you to gain perspective and reduce the intensity of your emotions. Rule number 2. Focus on your body, not your mind. Musashi's second rule encourages us to shift our focus from the mind to the body. This idea may seem counterintuitive, as many believe that emotional mastery requires a deep understanding of one's thoughts and feelings. However, Musashi's approach offers a different perspective. The mind is often the battleground where our emotions wage war. It's where we analyze, judge, and label our feelings, which can lead to further emotional turmoil. Musashi suggests that by concentrating on our physical sensations, we can disengage from the mental turmoil that emotions often create. To practice this rule, begin by paying close attention to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest and the sensation of air passing through your nostrils. Then, gradually extend this awareness to the rest of your body. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you can diminish the hold that your emotions have on your thoughts and actions. Incorporating mindfulness and body-focused techniques into your daily routine can help you develop emotional detachment. It's about finding balance between the mind and the body, allowing both to work in harmony rather than being dominated by overwhelming emotions. Rule number 3. Repeat a mantra to yourself. The power of words and their impact on our thoughts and emotions cannot be underestimated. Musashi's third rule suggests using a mantra as a tool for achieving emotional mastery. But what is a mantra, and how can it help you become emotionless? A mantra is a word, phrase, or sound that is repeated, often in meditation, to help focus the mind and reduce mental chatter. Musashi advises us to choose a mantra that reflects our desire for emotional detachment. This could be a simple phrase such as, "I am in control," or "Emotions do not define me." Repeating this mantra when you are faced with intense emotions can be a powerful way to regain control over your thoughts. By doing so, you create a mental barrier between your emotional reactions and your true self, allowing you to observe your feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. Mantras are a form of self-affirmation that reinforce your intention to become emotionless, reminding you that you have the power to choose how you respond to your feelings. They serve as a shield against the onslaught of emotions, helping you maintain a sense of calm and self-assurance. Rule number 4. Take some deep breaths. Miyamoto Musashi's fourth rule to achieve emotional detachment is a simple yet profoundly effective technique. Taking deep breaths. This practice has been advocated by various cultures and traditions for centuries, and Musashi recognized its power in managing emotions. When we are overwhelmed by strong emotions, our breathing tends to become shallow and rapid. This physiological response is closely tied to the fight or flight reaction. By consciously slowing down and deepening your breath, you can activate your body's relaxation response, reducing the intensity of your emotions. To apply this rule, find a quiet and comfortable space. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, counting to 4 as you inhale. Hold the breath for a count of 4, and then exhale slowly, counting to 4 again. Repeat this process several times. By practicing deep breathing, you signal to your body that there is no immediate threat, and you regain control over your physiological responses. This allows you to approach your emotions with a clearer and more composed mind. Rule number 5. Avoid emotional triggers. Musashi's 5th rule emphasizes the importance of identifying and avoiding emotional triggers. Understanding what triggers your emotions is crucial to achieving emotional detachment. Emotional triggers are situations, people, or experiences that provoke strong emotional responses in you. These triggers can range from past traumas to specific stressors in your daily life. Musashi advises that to become emotionless, one must minimize exposure to these triggers as much as possible. This rule does not advocate for complete avoidance of all emotional triggers, as this is often impractical. Instead, it encourages a proactive approach to recognize and manage them. By identifying your triggers, you can prepare yourself to face them with a more composed and emotionally detached mindset. It is essential to remember that avoiding emotional triggers is not a sign of weakness, but a strategy to protect your emotional well-being. Over time, as you develop greater emotional mastery, you may find that you can face certain triggers with increased resilience and control. Rule number 6. Avoid socially stressful situations. In the pursuit of emotional detachment, Musashi's 6th rule advises us to avoid socially stressful situations. Human interactions are a common source of emotional turmoil, and Musashi recognized the need to protect oneself from such stressors. Socially stressful situations can encompass a wide range of experiences, from confrontations and arguments to high-pressure social gatherings. These scenarios often trigger a surge of emotions that can be challenging to manage. To achieve emotional mastery, Musashi suggests minimizing your exposure to these situations when possible. This rule does not advocate for isolation or avoidance of all social interactions. Instead, it encourages you to be mindful of the situations and individuals that consistently elicit negative emotional responses. By recognizing these triggers, you can choose to limit your exposure or approach them with a more emotionally detached mindset. Musashi's wisdom lies in the understanding that not all battles are worth fighting, and not all social situations are worth participating in. By selectively engaging in social interactions and being aware of their potential impact on your emotions, you can maintain a sense of control and detachment. Rule number 7. Challenge your negative thoughts. Miyamoto Musashi's 7th rule underscores the importance of challenging negative thoughts to achieve emotional mastery. Our thoughts play a significant role in shaping our emotional responses, and it is essential to address and reframe negative thinking patterns. Negative thoughts often contribute to the intensity of our emotions. Musashi advises that to become emotionless, we must develop the ability to question and challenge these thoughts. By doing so, we can create a more balanced and rational perspective on our feelings. To practice this rule, start by identifying negative thought patterns when they arise. Pay close attention to the language and beliefs that accompany these thoughts. Ask yourself whether they are based on reality or distorted by emotions. Challenging negative thoughts can be a transformative process. It allows you to break free from the grip of self-defeating beliefs and gain a more objective view of your experiences. By doing so, you can approach your emotions with a greater sense of clarity and detachment. Rule number 8. Change your perspective on emotions. Miyamoto Musashi's 8th rule for achieving emotional detachment centers around the concept of changing your perspective on emotions. This rule invites us to view emotions not as weaknesses, but as valuable sources of information and energy. Emotions like joy, anger, sadness, and fear are inherent aspects of the human experience. Musashi suggests that to become emotionless, we must change our relationship with these feelings. Rather than trying to suppress or deny them, we should acknowledge and embrace them as part of our journey. Emotions serve as signals, revealing important aspects of our inner world and guiding our actions. By viewing emotions as messengers rather than adversaries, we can harness their energy for personal growth and self-awareness. To apply this rule, practice observing your emotions without judgment. When a strong feeling arises, take a moment to explore its origin and the message it carries. By doing so, you can develop a more harmonious relationship with your emotions, reducing the need to become entirely emotionless. Rule number 9. Worry about your own problems. Miyamoto Musashi's 9th rule encourages us to focus on our own problems as a means to achieve emotional detachment. This may seem counterintuitive, as we often believe that addressing the problems of others is a virtuous act. However, Musashi's wisdom lies in understanding that becoming emotionally entangled in others' issues can hinder our own growth and well-being. When we become overly concerned with the problems of those around us, we may inadvertently absorb their emotions and stress. This emotional entanglement can overwhelm us and compromise our own emotional balance. To become emotionless, Musashi advises that we prioritize our own well-being and concerns. This does not mean neglecting or disregarding the needs of others. Instead, it is about maintaining healthy boundaries and recognizing that you cannot control or solve everyone's problems. By focusing on your own challenges and emotional well-being, you can better manage your own feelings and maintain a sense of detachment. This approach allows you to help others more effectively without being emotionally consumed by their issues. Rule number 10. Practice mindfulness. In the pursuit of emotional detachment, Musashi's 10th rule urges us to embrace mindfulness as a guiding practice. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for developing self-awareness and achieving emotional mastery. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It allows you to create a gap between stimulus and response, giving you the space to choose how you react to your emotions. To practice mindfulness, find a quiet space, sit or lie down comfortably, and focus on your breath. Pay attention to each inhale and exhale, observing the sensations and thoughts that arise without attachment. Over time, expand your mindfulness practice to daily activities, such as eating, walking, and interacting with others. By cultivating mindfulness, you can develop a heightened awareness of your emotions and thought patterns. This awareness enables you to respond to your feelings with greater control and emotional detachment. It is a journey of self-discovery that empowers you to become the master of your inner world. Rule number 11. Look at yourself in the mirror. Miyamoto Musashi's 11th rule for achieving emotional detachment may initially appear unusual but carries a profound message. He suggests that looking at yourself in the mirror can be a transformative practice. When you gaze at your reflection, you are confronted with the raw essence of your being. This practice encourages self-reflection and introspection, inviting you to confront the emotions that often remain hidden beneath the surface. To apply this rule, set aside a few minutes each day to stand in front of a mirror and look deeply into your own eyes. While doing so, allow your thoughts and feelings to arise without judgment. It's an opportunity to confront your true self, including the emotions that you may have been suppressing or avoiding. The act of looking at yourself in the mirror can be emotionally challenging, but it is also a powerful way to achieve emotional detachment. It brings you face to face with your inner world, allowing you to develop a more honest and accepting relationship with your emotions. Rule number 12. Avoid using drugs or alcohol to bury your emotions. Miyamoto Musashi's 12th rule carries a critical message. Avoid using drugs or alcohol to bury your emotions. Many people turn to substances in an attempt to numb their feelings or escape from emotional discomfort. However, Musashi understood that this approach only provides temporary relief and exacerbates emotional turmoil in the long run. Substances such as alcohol and drugs may offer short-term respite from emotional pain, but they do not address the root causes of your feelings. Moreover, they often lead to dependency and can have detrimental effects on your physical and mental health. To achieve emotional detachment, Musashi advocates for a sober and clear-minded approach to your feelings. Instead of seeking escape through substances, confront your emotions directly. Acknowledge and explore them, even if it is uncomfortable. By doing so, you can develop a healthier and more sustainable way to manage your feelings. It's important to remember that facing your emotions without the aid of substances requires courage and support. If you find it challenging to do so on your own, consider seeking help from a therapist or support group. Rule number 13. Put yourself first. Miyamoto Musashi's 13th rule emphasizes the importance of putting yourself first as a means to achieve emotional detachment. This concept may appear selfish to some, but it is rooted in the understanding that taking care of your own well-being is essential to helping others and maintaining emotional balance. When we consistently prioritize the needs and emotions of others over our own, we may become emotionally drained and lose our sense of self. Musashi advises that by putting yourself first, you can safeguard your emotional equilibrium. This rule does not advocate for self-centeredness or neglecting the needs of others. Instead, it encourages you to set healthy boundaries and take the time to address your own emotional well-being. By doing so, you can better support and assist those around you without becoming emotionally entangled in their issues. Putting yourself first is an act of self-care, and it enables you to approach your emotions with greater detachment and resilience. Rule number 14. Get enough sleep. Miyamoto Musashi recognized the profound impact of sleep on our emotional state. Lack of sleep can lead to irritability, mood swings, and increased emotional reactivity. To become emotionless, one must prioritize the quality and quantity of their sleep. Musashi's teachings emphasize the importance of rest and rejuvenation for emotional balance. Getting enough sleep allows the mind and body to recover, recharge, and maintain optimal functioning. It enables you to face the challenges of each day with a clear and composed mind. To ensure adequate sleep, Musashi suggests establishing a consistent sleep schedule and creating a restful sleep environment. By doing so, you can cultivate a strong foundation for emotional stability and resilience. Rule number 15. Keep a journal. Keeping a journal is a powerful tool in the journey toward emotional mastery, according to Musashi. It provides a safe and structured space to express and process your emotions. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can offer valuable insights into your inner world and serve as a means of self-reflection. Miyamoto Musashi recommends the practice of journaling as a way to externalize your emotions and thoughts. By putting them on paper, you can gain clarity and distance from your emotions. This practice allows you to confront and explore your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. In your journal, you can not only record your emotions, but also track your progress on the path to emotional mastery. You can document your challenges, victories, and insights, creating a valuable resource for personal growth and self-awareness. In the pursuit of emotional mastery, the teachings of Miyamoto Musashi offer a profound and inspirational guide. His 15 rules to become emotionless provide a roadmap for those who seek to understand, control, and transcend their emotions. These rules encompass a wide array of practices, from distraction and self-care to mindfulness and self-reflection. They emphasize the importance of nurturing emotional resilience, self-awareness, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with composure. While becoming completely emotionless may be an unattainable goal, the wisdom of Musashi's teachings lies in the journey itself. By incorporating these rules into your life, you can cultivate a deeper understanding of your emotions and learn how to harness their power for personal growth and well-being. Remember that emotional mastery is a lifelong journey, and it requires patience, commitment, and self-compassion. As you embark on this path, Let Miyamoto Musashi's teachings serve as a source of inspiration and guidance, reminding you that the mastery of one's emotions is a noble and worthwhile pursuit.